my dear students. Welcome back to the second part of our online math class with Teacher Ray.
A building supervisor wants to find the volume of a storage building to determine how much storage space is available. How can you find the volume of the building? You can find the volume of the building by using the formula for a rectangular prism. First, separate the building into two rectangular prisms. Then, find the volume of each rectangular prism and add the two volumes together. What is the formula for finding the volume of a rectangular prism?
Select your answer.
The formula for finding the volume of a rectangular prism is volume equals length times width times height. Find the measurements for length, width, and height of each prism to set up your equations. The length of prism A is 4 meters, the width is 9 meters, and the height is 5 meters. Let's figure out its volume. Volume equals length times width times height. 4 times 9 times 5 equals 180. The volume of prism A is 180 cubic meters. The length of prism B is 10 meters, the width is 9 meters, and the height is 7 meters. Let's figure out its volume. 10 times 9 times 7 equals 630. The volume of prism B is 630 cubic meters. Add to find the total volume of the storage building. 180 cubic meters plus 630 cubic meters equals 810 cubic meters. The building has 810 cubic meters of storage space.
What is another way to divide the solid shown into two rectangular prisms? What are the dimensions of each prism?
The video had shown you how to find the volume of this three-dimensional figure if it is divided horizontally. So we are asked now if there's another way of finding the volume of this figure. So the answer is yes. Aside from horizontally dividing it, we can also divide it vertically. So the dimensions of our prism A are 4, 9, and 12. So we will multiply 4 times 9 times 12. 4 times 9 times 12 is equal to 432. Next, for our prism B, we have 6, 7, and 9. So we will multiply 6 times 9 times 7. 6 times 9 times 7 equals 378. And finding the total volume of our prisms, 432 plus 378 equals 810 cubic meter. So as you can see, 810 is the same as the answer in the video, which is also 810 cubic meter. So even if it is divided horizontally or vertically, we will still get the same total volume of the three-dimensional figure that you have. Okay, turn your book now on page 607. Let us answer the guided practice. In 1 and 2, use the solid below. The dashed line separates it into two rectangular prisms, A and B. What are the length, width, and height of prism A? What are the length, width, and height of prism B? For prism A, the length is 4 feet, the width is 3 feet, and the height is 12 feet. For prism B, the length is 2 feet, the width is 3 feet, and the height is 5 feet. What is another way you could separate the shape into two rectangular prisms? What are each prism's dimensions? So aside from dividing it vertically, we can also divide it horizontally. So the dimensions, for prism A, we have 4 times 3 times 7. And for prism B, we have 6 times 3 times 5. In 3 and 4, find the volume of each solid figure. So in dividing our solid figure, we can divide it either vertically or horizontally. So this time, I will divide it horizontally. So we have prism A and prism B. Our dimensions, for prism A, we have 15 times 7 times 2, that is equal to 210. For prism B, we have 5 times 7 times 6 equals 210. And finding the volume or the total volume of our prism, 210 plus 210 equals 420 cubic inches. For number 4, let us divide this horizontally again. So our prism A and B. So our prism A has the dimensions of 7 times 8 times 2. Prism B has 5 times 8 times 5 equals 200. 112 plus 200 equals 312 cubic centimeters. Now, it's time to see if you understand the lesson. Solve and answer the independent practice and problem-solving item numbers 5, 6, 7, 11, and 13 on page 607 and 608, and item numbers 9 and 11 on page 610. We will check your answers in my next video. See you!